a podcast where you don't need an invite to join the conversation. Welcome to Add Me to the Group Chat. Hey, welcome to Add Me to the Group Chat. I'm your host, Amber, and I have my sister back with me, which I'm excited about because these two next episodes, I actually was like, I feel like Angel would be the best guest for these episodes because these are things that just get us very tickled. And today's episode is about our first jobs that we've ever had. But I do want to start off telling you guys, thank you for always subscribing. And if you haven't, do that. Leave us a review if you've listened to a podcast and it maybe brought a memory to you or made you laugh or you just enjoyed it. Leave us a review. It really does help the growth of this platform. And I just think it's fun to share stories. This is literally like eavesdropping. So we're going to go ahead and just kick it off. But yeah, we're going to talk about jobs that we've had. So if y'all ever remember jobs that you feel like you had and you absolutely loved, that maybe surprised you, or jobs you hated, or just jobs that, I don't know. Anyways, just past experiences compared to like what you do now, I guess, is kind of interesting. So we're just going to dive right into it. And yeah, we have coffee, we have snacks. Well, I have a snack if I do eat it. Did you eat? Mm-hmm. Okay. Thanks for coming back, Angel. I really had to drag her to do this. I was like, we were going to try to do it yesterday. It didn't work out. You know what? I also want to do highs and lows. We've had some lows this week, surprisingly. And I was like, we can do it tomorrow. And then I was like, okay, we can do it tomorrow night. Okay, we have to do it today. Like I have got to get to. I really
thought you were going to say this morning, we don't have time. And I was like, okay, that's fine.
I know. She really doesn't want to be here, guys. I think she wants to like be here and enjoy it. But I mean, it's just a lot happening in the last little bit. So let's share both of our highs and lows from the week. What do we want to share? Anything? I want to start. Every day I've woken up and I thought, I think I shared this with you. I was like, I wake up and I think, oh, I just feel so good. I'm just not sweaty. I just smell good. I think I'm just going to have an inside day. Like it's just going to be a good inside day today. Nope. Has not happened. One day started early and we ended up washing dogs. We ended up cleaning things, deep cleaning more things. I think my thing started on Sunday or something. I ended up like smelling a smell in one of our rooms because like our animals, and I was like, oh crap. So then I panicked and then I like steamed everything and moved the whole couch. And
you did that Sunday.
Yeah, I feel like every day I've done like a deep cleaning experience. And it really started last week. We had everybody in the garage and we were cleaning the garage. But in a couple weeks, we are going to have like a lot of the things in the garage moved, like the workout equipment and like Maddox's drum set. And hopefully I can park back in the garage. We cleaned everything, you guys. And it's just, I don't know.
But I feel like Alan just did that. How long ago was it?
No. He's organized it. We haven't like vacuumed and wiped those baseboards down and like we haven't like really moved things. He did move something from one side to the other side to like do that type of thing, but in a couple of weeks when everything gets moved out, he was saying like we'll be able to move more stuff out and like put it back in a better way. He actually came in and he was like, where's my container that had my things in it? I was like, well, your things are still there. Did you
say, throw it away?
I didn't throw, you know what I did say? I was like, I didn't throw anything. I was very proud. I didn't throw nothing away yesterday except the kids' stuff. They had so much broken toy. If y'all have kids, y'all probably have broken toys. And I'm like, I don't know why we have all these things. And then they have trash.
You did put the extra boards for the floor by the trash can.
I did. Where'd they go?
They're still by the trash can.
Yeah, I don't know. He can decide if he wants them. I'm like, I don't need them things. So anyways, it was just a lot. And I just feel like we've done dirty things the last few days. So I'm just ready to not deep clean anymore.
And it's hot. So when you're outside, you're sweating.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's been really hot. Yeah. But the boys, I will say, I stopped yesterday afternoon and I like literally said to them, I was like, I really want to thank y'all for helping. They were like, we hated every minute of it. I was like, I did too. It was awful. I think we all hated it, but everybody pitched in. It was fun. So yeah, it was just dirty jobs. I wasn't expecting. I redid my nails last night. Do they actually look great, right?
Mm-hmm. They're pretty.
I'm back to doing, it's not dip. What is this called? It's like I don't do UV or anything like that. It's like an activator and it hardens them.
I don't know.
Like a dip powder and then you put something on it, hardens them. This helps my physical nails
just
grow.
Said you're not doing any.
I'm not doing, what did I say?
You said you're not doing it.
I said I'm back to doing my nails like this to help them grow.
I know, but you
But
just
then I think I
said
said I'm not, because I was thinking UV light.
Oh.
Maybe. But this helps my physical nails grow. Anyways, it's a nail journey. Okay. Listen, we have some sponsors for the podcast, and it is my husband's company. Now, listen, he does so much, and he said to me in our last episodes that we had, he was like, ProLink should be a part of an ad. And I was like, you know what? You're right. It really should. So let's put it all in here. So obviously the podcast is hosted by like us. We do all the things. And when it comes to equipment and like, we don't have like anybody helping support it. So our companies are always going to be a part of the conversation here. And I want you to know about his company. So ProLink Fence is a North Carolina, like commercial residential fence company. So you can go to prolinkfencenc.com, but in over 24 years of experience. Now this is what they offer is residential fencing. So of course that is like at your home, any type of fence style or design that you've ever wanted or know a conversation that's going on for somebody, like y'all can reach out and get an estimate, or commercial fencing. So businesses and places like that. And he did like a building. Listen, they've done so much work, but in downtown Charlotte, there's a high-rise restaurant that they did like a fence, like to just help with like outside seating. So like anything. And then inside like NASCAR Hall of Fame, like they've done all this fence work like inside there. So they just do a lot of like really cool work, but it could be big or small. Temporary fencing. So many people get that done just to like get up something in the meantime before they're having to, decide on what they want permanently, or even farm fencing. So they do a lot. My personal recommendations for you is to go to their website, no matter where you live, and ask for a quote or just start the conversation, and they will provide all the proper information that you need. So if you were ever wondering what my husband did, that is what he does. So that is prolinkfencenc.com. That is prolinkfencenc.com. Just because it's North Carolina does not mean they cannot come to you, because they do travel. So anyways, that is that. And you can see pictures online and it's really beautiful. Today's sponsor for this episode is Like Butter. That is my personal brand. I have been growing my personal brand for many years, but recently came out with my own body care line, which is Like Butter, LYKBUTTAH. And it is so magical. We have body scrubs, body soaps, body sprays, which is a fragrance mist, and a body butter. And it feels so magical on your skin. It really allows you to have a reset for your morning, afternoon, or your night. Whenever you take your bath or shower time, take your Like Butter products and enjoy. Go to Like Butter right now and go ahead and shop our product collection. You can get the Reset collection. It is full of amazing essentials in a cute bag. So all you have to do is take that bag to the bathroom with you and you are set, and it's easy to travel with. Go ahead and enjoy Like Butter, and I love you so much. Thank you, and leave us a review when you do try our products. You're the best. Let's get back to today's episode. What are my highs? We're going on a vacation. I'm so excited. Okay, next. What about you, Angel? Highs and lows.
My lows are y'all going on vacation. I have to take care of the cats. How many cats? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is there 9? 9.
2 of them are
But is
claimed.
it 9? Am I counting right?
Hang on. 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah.
9 cats.
1 dog.
2 dogs. A garden. Take out the trash. And their driveway's long.
I know. I was saying that
I won't drive the
Alan.
Ranger, though. I'm not doing that. Something would happen to it. So either we'll walk them or use the four-wheeler.
Yeah.
And
And honestly, I was going to say, y'all probably don't have to take all 3, but you probably do, because we filled it up the last few days with stuff. I said I didn't throw nothing away, but we had trash.
So that's going to be my lows, of the coming week.
Follow Angel if y'all are seeing this after the fact, because whenever day I put this out. But follow her social media because she said that she's going to do like what would you call it? Like chronicles of like just like doing
taking care of the 9 cats. Oh, I said taking care of the compound.
The compound, yeah. It really is a compound. There's 3 families here. But she's like, I was like, it'll actually be hilarious if you do 3 videos, like short a day. People will be so interested in like what's happening tomorrow. Did she
I'm
survive
not,
it?
and let me just say, I'm not an animal person.
I know. So sad.
And cats scare me a little bit. I'll go in there and take care of them, but I don't want them to touch me.
The thing is, too, I think it's hard when you say I'm not an animal person, but you take care of your pets that you have. And because you've had 2 dogs. And
Yes.
they are very well taken care of.
But the first dog was Mark's, and the second dog was Levi's.
Yeah.
So I've never, even when I was little, you had all the pets.
But
I don't
you
remember ever
do
being
all
an
the
animal.
things for them. How does that happen?
Don't that usually happen as
Yeah,
the mom?
Mark's like, here's us a dog. Good luck.
Yeah.
She lived a long time, though.
Mm-hmm. I loved her.
She was over 10 years old, right? She was over that. I feel like she was
like
old.
12.
Yeah, she was older.
Levi was, she might have been older than that because Levi was 2.
Oh, maybe she was like 15 or something.
Yeah, she was old.
Yeah. So she lived a long time. And then your dog now, everybody wants that dog. And it's not even Angel and Mark's, but Angel and Mark bought it for Levi. It's his dog.
Yeah.
Everybody claims it. Pops wants the dog. I want the dog. Angel and Mark want the dog.
Yeah.
Everybody
And he's with us sometimes and with them, just sort of
He's really a good
gives
dog.
breaks a little bit.
Yeah.
He's sweet.
so
He's been real good.
Yeah.
He hadn't tore nothing up. He hadn't eaten anything.
Yeah. He's such a good dog.
He's been good. He's a golden doodle.
Yeah.
Big boy. He was
Yeah.
64 pounds when I took him to the vet.
Oh,
this week.
I was going to ask you if they weighed him.
64.
He doesn't look 64 pounds.
But I thought he was 60, but she said it was 64.
I don't know how much I thought he weighed. But that's heavy.
Yeah. And Jasper is 60.
They the same weight.
62 pounds or something.
Oh.
But I can pick Jasper up. I can't pick Ruger up.
That
I guess
is
it's just because
weird.
it's just the awkward of being so big.
But if you stand him up on his feet, like
Yeah.
his back paws to his top, he's huge.
Mm-hmm.
How are they the same?
I don't know.
The
I just thought
heck?
that was funny.
That's maybe his bones, Jay's bones weigh more. That's crazy because they're not the same height. There's no way. Maybe they are if his arms are up. Who knows? Okay, what is your what's a high for you?
A high?
Maybe this week.
Yeah. I mean, I'm alive, living. That's good.
a high.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
And all my family's living.
Nobody's sick.
But I'm going to be low this week. Jasper's going with them on their vacation.
Yeah.
I didn't really think he was going to go.
Girl, I just kept telling myself, you know what? Don't be upset if he don't go.
He hadn't said one time. I said, are you sure? He's like, are you going to be sad? I said, I'm going to miss you. He said, well, I'm going to miss you. I said, but it's okay. You'll have fun, and you can call me or FaceTime me.
Yeah.
And then when we saw Levi this morning, he said, no, listen, don't be going down there crying like a baby. He said, I won't be crying like a baby. If I miss her, I'll just call her.
Oh.
So, but he
He'll
said, I'm
call
going
you
to
all
have
the
fun.
time. And I'm big on, you know how I am. I'll send pictures. I'll be like, we're eating. Yeah. Like, we just did this.
Yeah.
We're doing
and I got
this.
you on Life 360. I'll know where y'all are at.
Should be panning in. Yeah, no, for sure. No, he'll be in great hands. She's like, are you going to be nice to him if he cries? If he's sad? If he's scared? I'm like, yes. I'm sweet to them. Treat him like Maddox and Cruz.
Yeah, you're sweet.
I'm a little psycho, but so are you. Okay, it'll be fun. We're going to have a really good time. We'll have to talk about the vacation once we get back. We'll tell y'all how it went
I'll probably
down.
be fine for 3 or 4 days, and then it's like I'm ready for him to get home. He's going to be gone 12 days.
I know.
12, that's half a month.
I know. Oh my gosh, when you say it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. It's going to be really cool adventures, though.
But I'm
will
going
be
to stay busy.
Yeah,
Me and Mom already planned something to do.
yeah.
I'm going to go thrifting.
Yeah.
I might go to all the antique stores around.
We were going to go to that one in Mount Pleasant.
White Owl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go do fun stuff like that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know where you storing it, but I guess you just store it here. You only got a few more months. If you find some good treasures. Well, let's dig into our jobs. I said this to Alan. I said, we're going to talk about jobs we had. He's like, what you going to share? I was like, I've had jobs. I've had jobs. Okay, but I have to have
I think I have had more jobs than you.
Yeah, okay. So let's start. What was your first job?
Babysitting.
That you remember? Same. Okay. About the same with that. Yeah.
But then when I was 15.
What'd you get paid an hour? Do you remember?
I have no idea. I don't remember any of that. I think before I had a driver's license, it might have been 16 because I was driving myself. Mom never dropped me off. So 16, I worked at JCPenney's at the warehouse. And so it was unpacking boxes, putting clothes on hangers, or they were already on hangers.
Where was that warehouse? I don't think
in JCPenney's at Carolina Mall.
Oh.
And it was 3 ladies that worked in there. They've worked there forever. And I worked in there, and I was sort of like their helper a little bit. It was hard work because it was sort of hot.
I don't think I remember you being in the warehouse. I remember you.
I did that this summer.
Working at the jewelry thing.
Then I did that for the summer, and then I worked at the jewelry, cosmetics, like in the front of JCPenney's. I did that for a year.
Yeah.
So I liked it. I wasn't really jewelry. I was more cosmetics, but I helped. Like I was just like a...
You were at, they're not kiosks, but they're like, or kiosk. They're like the things, like right when you go in and you have all the little pretty things you can look at. Yeah. How long did you stay there?
A year.
That's included in the warehouse?
No.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
The warehouse was the summer, and then I was there for a year.
And then you never went back to the warehouse? Yeah.
I think I did it for summer help.
Got it. Yeah. You remember getting paid well? Do you remember like what you got paid?
Probably not. I mean, I don't remember. Probably minimum wage, but I don't know. That was when I was 16. So
yeah,
that was a long time ago. I don't remember. I don't remember anything that I got paid for, like the amount.
Yeah.
And then I nannied for a flight attendant.
Oh, what? Who?
She was
didn't know that.
Divorced. And so when she had the kids and she had to work, I would go stay. They were like they weren't young kids. They were like middle school. One might have been like late elementary, like 5th grade, 5th and 7th grade or something like that. 5th and 6th, 4th and 5th, something. And I did that for summer.
Yeah.
So I like that.
I can hear their movie.
I can too.
In this sound. Let me tell them. Boys! Yeah? Shut the door, babe. I can hear your movie. I kept thinking, I was like, what is that noise? Yeah, there. It was like really picking up that background noise. That was crazy. I don't remember it being a flight attendant. Like I do remember you watching kids. I don't remember.
So it was I would have to stay for like 2. Sometimes she would try not to do 3 days, but every once in a while she had 3. It was mostly 2 days.
Yeah,
and she'd be gone for 48 hours, and
that's
I would
crazy.
Stay.
Oh wow, that's quite. And you take them to school, do all the normal stuff.
Well, it was summertime that I did it.
Okay.
And so when they went to school, I know I had to go to the welcome house at school. And I might have been there for a couple weeks during school, but then I think the dad sort of did that when school started. I did it mostly because it was summer. She tried to work when they were in school, and then they stayed with the dad.
Yeah.
So I only did that for a summer. I enjoyed that.
Yeah. Do you know where that family is now?
Okay. I couldn't even tell you their names.
I know, that's wild. There were a lot of kids I watched, but there's only like a couple families that I remember very well and still stay in touch with.
And then I worked at a daycare for several years in the 1-year-old class.
I remember that.
Then I went to nail school. Then I got married. Was there more? Oh, I waitressed at Bob Evans.
Please, this is what I've been waiting on. Girl, I've been on the edge of my seat.
I went to training. I don't remember how long training was. It was the Bob Evans back in the day that opened near Concord Mills. And I was right when they had newly opened. But then I made it through my training, and I think it was like my second or third week working. The manager had a hot pot of coffee, and I was turning, and he was turning at the same time, and the coffee got poured all the way down my back. It didn't burn me where I had to go to the hospital, but it hurt, and I went home, and I decided I'm never going back.
Yeah.
And I just never went back. I don't even know if I went and picked up my check.
So, okay, I don't remember. I remember all of that except for what you just said at the end. So do you think it was less than a week?
No, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks.
Okay, you were there a minute. Because I remember going in there and eating, but you didn't. Okay. Dang. Mm-hmm. I thought you were there longer than that. But I guess that is a pretty...
Maybe I was, but maybe...
Yeah.
I know I did training. I don't know how long training was. Maybe I did training and then I was on the floor for 2 or 3 weeks waitressing.
Yeah.
And I got my tip money. But you know, back then, and I don't know what it is now, you only made like $2.15 an hour.
So low.
So it really wasn't a lot of money. So the check that I didn't get,
it's probably like $20.
I don't think I ever went back there.
That's crazy.
I was like, I'm done. And I've never waitressed. Like, I'm just like...
Yeah, tell me, did you like it though?
Yeah, I liked it, but that was just like, I'm done. It's not for me.
Yeah. Because anything could, I mean, honestly, I feel like that type of stuff happens a lot.
And if I was at a busier restaurant, I made tips, but I didn't make like, I feel like if you worked at a steakhouse or you know what I mean? Bob Evans it wasn't like always packed either. It was sort of a slower.
Probably if a family ate, it would be like $35. And so at the time you get tipped, maybe $5.
Yeah.
So like you do a couple tables. Yeah, you're not making a lot of money. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it definitely depends on where you're at.
And I only worked like 2 days a week.
Yeah. Bob Evans is a, I feel like they had dinner, but it was like kind of like
they had breakfast, lunch, and dinner, so they were open, but I only did dinner.
Yeah. Are they still open?
There's not one here.
So they closed that one down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It didn't last long.
Well, I never went back. I will tell you that Bob Evans, though, I met a girl there. I was eating with Alan, and I chatted her up for like work purposes, but we ended up actually becoming friends. And then we set her up. She was a single mom. We set her up with one of Alan's friends that was a single dad. They are still married. Like that was before Alan and I were even married. Isn't that crazy?
That's cool.
At that restaurant. Alan and I went there for dinner or something like that. And she was just like, I just chatted her up.
Did you ever go there when I worked there?
I did. Yeah, I think I went with Mom and Dad when you were there. And like sat maybe once. I just thought it was crazy that you were a waitress. Mom always said to us, y'all will just love waitressing. I loved it.
She did it at a steakhouse.
Yeah, she's like, do it. It's so fun. Do it. It's the best. I hated it too. That's why I'm laughing at you, because I went to training at Ruby Tuesday. Lauren and I went together. If Lauren's listening, she remembers we went together for training. I feel like we were both peer pressured into doing this, and we did it. She loved it. I hated it. I got through training, and then I did one day on the floor, like shadowing somebody. Girl, we had like a big old table, 8, 9 people. I don't even know what it was, but they all put in their drink orders, and I thought, I don't know what life I live right now. I can't do this. They're like, I want Coke, I want tea, I want this. I'm like, get up and get your own drink. I was like, this is my last day. I ain't coming back. I think I did go back and get a check, maybe. Or they had a check for me that day. Money. I didn't, because all it was literally maybe 4 days of training. And you had to memorize a whole freaking menu. Mm-hmm. I was like, this is like school. This is miserable for me. No. I was like, I can't do it. I left. I think I didn't even tell them. I just left. I was like, they were like, all right, we'll see you tomorrow. I was like, see ya.
Oh, I forgot. I worked at Concord Mills at the men's suit store, Sam's.
You did? Oh, and you loved that.
I worked there.
That guy was really nice. I forgot about that. Was that Sam?
No.
That was
I met Sam, but I only met him twice.
What happened to that place? That was a good suit store.
I don't know. I don't know where he went.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
You were there a long time.
Yeah, a couple years.
Yeah. I do remember you being there. Yeah.
And I liked them. Mm-hmm. And the only people that worked there was me and another guy named Paul. And he did the alterations.
Yep.
And he worked. And so I did like more like evening, weekend things. And he was there during the day when they were slower.
Yeah.
And then Paul's wife would come in and she would count money, make the thing. Oh. She wouldn't really work the floor much, but she just sort of did money stuff.
He was very, very nice. I remember
And you know
that.
what? I don't think that was Paul's wife. Might have been Sam's wife. Yeah. But anyway, there's probably a whole lot more that I'm forgetting.
I forgot about that, but you were there because Morgan was in Concord Mills too, and she was at like that Crystal Waterford something Crystal. I remember her being in the mall too. I never had a job at that mall. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I do remember coming there for stuff because I think he altered some stuff for me. Like if I needed something, you were always like, "Come there," and we would do it there. You really don't remember what you got paid at places? Mm-mm. But minimum wage, I feel, is like $7.25. It was really low.
Yeah, what's minimum wage now? I don't know.
I couldn't tell you. I think it's still low. I mean, it's not. You want me to Google it? I need to Google it.
Is it like $10 or $12 or it's not that high? I don't know.
How much is minimum wage? $7.25. It hasn't changed.
Then maybe it wasn't no $7.25 back
Maybe it was
then. Maybe we were.
Maybe it was 6 something. I feel like it had to have been. There's no way I would have taken a job for less than that. Are you okay? How in the heck was I going to pay all my bills?
And then I babysat a lot still.
Yeah.
Then, like I picked up kids from school, took them home. It wasn't like long, like just dropped them off so they didn't have to ride the bus. I did that for years. Oh, and then I worked at Northwest Middle School in the EC department.
Did. Yeah.
I worked there 2 years. I did 1 year where I was one-on-one with a girl that had autism. And I went with her, just with her for support in her classes. And the next year I worked with the EC class. I liked that. You
did middle and high, or you just did high?
Middle.
You never did the high school. Okay. Mm-mm. Yeah. Was, dang it, what's her name? Was she at the high school too? I think she managed both because they were side by side, right? I don't know. I can't think of her. Tracy.
She was at the middle school and then high school, but she was at the middle school when I worked there.
Okay.
And then I think after that's when she went to the high school.
Got it.
Something. I don't remember.
So like a lot of your jobs they weren't, I mean, you did have longer ones, but yeah, you just kind of moved from jobs because you started working at 16 or 15. You said 15. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then your doing nails, you did that for a long time too until Levi. And then after that, what'd you do? You started cakes.
And then I worked for the county for a little bit.
Yeah.
I might have been there 2 years.
Yeah.
And worked with the senior lunch program where you serve them lunch and do activities and parties. That was fun. I really enjoyed that. I quit because I was pregnant and having Jasper. If I didn't have Jasper, I probably would have stayed there because I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I still see some of them.
Mm. Like out in the community.
And some of them follow me on social media and stuff. Yeah.
The woman that heads that up, though, that you stay connected to her because that's how you got in the position. Yeah.
So, but I really got connected because my friend Amanda.
Yeah.
It was sort of like that.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
And I think that might be all. I'm probably forgetting some, but.
I feel like it's a lot of jobs. So you started at JCPenney's, 2 positions there, summer and then regular. Then you left there and you nannied for the flight attendant.
Mm-hmm. Sam's suit store.
Sam's suit, and then Bob Evans.
I worked at a Curves too. I don't remember when this was.
Did you?
Yeah,
I remember you working out.
Curves where they had the
yeah, it's like a circle
training.
Grandmother would do that.
Yeah, I did that. I didn't do that. That wasn't even a year. That might have been like 6 months or something.
Yeah. Okay, and Sam's place, Bob Evans, and then the you said nail technician. I want to talk about that. Going to school for that, and then you said, okay, Curves. I think maybe it's like 8 places you named, and then now doing cakes full time. That's your bread and butter, though. That's your strength. I feel like that's the best position.
And I did always like volunteer at my church. I helped with Bible school and food and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that kind of stuff. So it wasn't about the waitress and I didn't care taking care of people. I like doing that kind of stuff. But I guess it was people could just be rude.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And then I had some people that were very, very kind. And then you have some people, it don't matter. Like, I feel like I was a pretty good waitress, and I'm very nice and kind. Like, I wasn't ever rude or didn't do what I needed to do. But some people wouldn't leave tip. They would just come eat and not leave nothing.
Yeah, that sucks.
Or leave $1. And I'm like, I'm making $2.15, sir.
Yeah.
Like,
or leave you change.
and that's why even I didn't waitress long, but when we go out to eat, if I'm in charge of tip, like if I can pull the money out and do the tip, I always leave more money than Mark.
So I always do 20%. You do.
I don't know how
more
much
than that.
percent.
Oh.
But like we went to Waffle House the other day. And you know, how much is it going to Waffle House? We got two breakfasts.
$15. I don't know.
You know,
Something
maybe
low.
20, 25. And I left her a $10 bill. And Mark said, that's too much. I said, we're leaving her $10.
She's not making a lot. Yeah.
So I'm generous in that kind of.
Yeah.
And maybe I feel that way because I waitress. Like I remember
Yeah.
times when you would just get like a couple dollars. Like that ain't enough money.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Some people even say tip 100%. They're like, if your bill's $50, leave them 50. Like if you can afford to go out to eat. So I understand people's mindset like that because people aren't making a lot doing this. But then I'm also like, I guess they could do another job if they wanted to, but I don't know. I just do 20%.
But then talking about tipping, I follow this girl online that she's in Texas, and she's an older lady, and she's at this hotel, and she's a general manager, and it's an older hotel, but she gives tips and tricks about things. Do you ever leave money when you stay at a hotel? Leave money like for the people that come clean? I've never done that.
No.
She says you should.
What?
Leave money for the cleaning service that comes and cleans your hotel after you stay.
I've never even been told that. Huh.
Yeah. And she said that's etiquette. And I was like,
you know what? I can see that if you're staying for a long time. If you're there for a few weeks, you get to know those people. Like you see them coming in and out. I can see slipping them money. Like I see them in the hallway and you want to give them money. But I've never heard like
one night,
leave it there.
I've never done that.
No, me either. I never even thought
There's
to do
somewhere
that.
else too. We were at.
Why does she say that? She stays at hotels a lot?
She's the general manager of a hotel.
That's what you said, general manager. Oh, no one's ever said that.
Yeah.
I just assumed
because the next person coming in the room is the person that's cleaning it for the next guest.
Yeah,
so if there's money, they're going to take it. They assume it's their tip.
Yeah.
And she didn't say what price or anything, but she said, you know, people do. That's just
nice to do.
Tip, they're giving you a service. But I guess people don't think about that because you don't see them.
No, you don't. That's what I mean, unless you see them in the hallway and you're like, they've been in my room every day and it's been a disaster. I do clean up before they come. Like when not I guess if they're coming every day, but like when we leave, towels are in the shower, trash cans already empty, like all that type of crap. I'm like, I don't want them touching our nasty personal
But you think about
stuff.
They probably make minimum wage too.
I don't know. Yeah, they probably do. Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard job.
Then also where were we eating the other day? I said, do we leave a tip? And you don't even clean up your stuff.
Yep, we were at Showmars.
I'm like, are we supposed to leave a tip?
I
I don't
don't
think
know.
so. But I don't ever.
You know, but all the apps now, like when we order on the thing at Showmars, like up at the front, it says tip, but they're just taking my order. So like the people behind the thing, I'm not
They
tipping
split
y'all.
it. Just like at a coffee, if you go to the coffee shop and they have tips,
They
at the end of the
split
day,
it.
they split it.
Yeah, it's so confusing now.
Even at the bakery, if you leave tips, whoever works that shift, they split it before they go home. Or split it the end of the week or something like that. So it goes to the workers.
to the people working. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm always confused. Y'all give your feedback on that. What do y'all do? That would be that's a good poll to ask because I've never even thought about that.
We got off jobs to tipping, but
that really is because of waitressing and like what you get paid to waitress. It's not much. These are the type of jobs that it's like, I guess until you're old enough to work some type of like corporate job or you set your own pay or something like that, you really are just getting paid.
And like
low.
When we
and
went
no
to
benefits,
do
you
the
didn't have benefits.
charcuterie table and you helped me with, they tipped me.
Yes.
And some customers will tip and some will not.
Yes.
One girl a couple weeks ago, she got the cake and she said, I have enough cash to pay for your cake, but I want to give you tip. So what's your Venmo? I said, you don't have to do that. She's like, I said, next time you can get me. Don't feel like you have to just send me Venmo tip. But some people really feel like I need to give you extra.
They want to. Because they're like, we know you probably could charge more, but you did a lot. They can see the work that went in for it.
So,
yeah. I will say that too when I did makeup. People always paid me way more than what
even
I
like
said.
Mark at the barbershop at Christmas. I mean, people tip him, but like at Christmas and holidays, people are more generous and give more like, here's your Christmas tip or something.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's nice. I get that. But I never thought about someone cleaning your room. I just thought, well, I would hate to just leave. You know what? I don't even like leaving money on the table at restaurants until I see the waitress come back.
Well, the girl, we were at the Waffle House. She was on the other side. And there was a guy that came in and sat behind me. And I was like, it'd be so easy for somebody to just pick up this money.
Yeah.
So I sat there till she was walking and we made eye contact. And I said,
like,
thank you, just
yeah.
to make sure she would.
Get it. Oh, wouldn't that be terrible?
Because nowadays, since I feel like everybody steals.
Oh, 100%.
It makes me feel that way. So
Yeah.
I'm just like.
You don't know who to trust. Yeah, and you don't know who is. Yeah. No, it's definitely crazy. Well, the first job I ever had was, I think it was babysitting, but it was like family. So I consider that babysitting because I never like stayed the night. I just would go for the day, so many hours. And I think when we did it for family, it was like, you come this many days and I'll just pay you this amount. It was never by the hour. I do remember that happening. And so I didn't really get paid a lot. But I mean, I was like, well, I mean, it is what it is. It's fine. And we would just like go do fun stuff. And yeah, it was fine. I loved watching Ellen. I think we talked about this on another episode. So it's always still joked about, and I'm 40, that all I did was babysat and watch Ellen. Because every afternoon I was like, well, it's 4 o'clock or whatever time she came out. I was like, we got to watch Ellen. And I always took naps. I'm like, we would always fall asleep. I
think
tired.
that was your blood sugar.
Yeah, probably. And
I think
no
you
clue.
had sugar issues when you were younger.
Yeah, I would pass the heck out. I'd be like, well, I hope that y'all fine. Y'all better be playing. But that was like family. And then I think between that, I don't know if I
But if you were paying somebody to babysit
I
your
would be
kids and they
pissed.
were asleep. I just saw some video came up this morning. It went viral about a girl was babysitting she was probably not quite 2, year and a half. So she was walking and stuff. They had cameras in the house. The girl babysitting was asleep on the couch and the baby was crying. She was walking around and stuff, but you couldn't see her on camera till the end of the camera. The mom and dad saw it. They called the police. The police came. They're charging her with neglect because she was just crying and that she wasn't waking up.
Yeah, that's awful. That really is awful.
And there might be more to the story, but I just saw, just a little clip. But I just thought, can you imagine if you had a camera and you were watching somebody and your baby was crying and they weren't doing anything about it?
Yeah. Yeah, and I was going to say, I was thinking in my brain, it does not, I don't know the word to use, but it does not matter if it's family or not. I never should have like taken a nap, but I was so sleepy because we would be out and we would go and do things, but I would just come back, the show would be on and I would just be asleep and they would be hanging out. They weren't babies, but I still shouldn't have done that. But I mean, it's still joked about. They're like, yeah, Amber took a nap today. And I'm like, I really did take a nap. But I will say I never did that with anybody else. And I think I just realized I'm like, oh my gosh, these people will really not have me back if I don't get myself together. But after that, I think I lifeguarded. And then we were at like a family thing or something, like friends. And someone was like, hey, my brother, sister-in-law or whatever, they're looking for a babysitter. They'll do 10 an hour. And I was like, interesting. I was like, okay. And so then I just started babysitting for other people outside of family members. And then that kind of spread. But I was interested in lifeguarding because I was trying to find a job that I could do with Morgan and we could be in the sun by the pool. So we said lifeguarding would be great. Let's save people's lives. I promise y'all, I don't even know. If someone did, like I was certified CPR, we did training all the time on like if someone was drowning, how do you get them out of the pool? We physically had to do all that stuff. So I could do it. But I think if it did happen in real life, I think I would have been okay and have done it because you kind of have other people there to support you. But I'm like, thank goodness nobody did have an accident when I was on the clock. I think I just, you know how people are built for that and they're like, this is what I do and I love it. Like I can definitely make sure they don't choke or I give them CPR, they get the water out of their lungs, all this stuff or whatever. I would just be like, please don't drown. Please don't drown. Please don't drown. Like I would just like, bye. But that was really fun. We worked at, and then we had to do like the food.
Morgan did that with you?
Mm-hmm. We worked at that small pool together outside. And then we did training at a YMCA, but she never went to the Y to get training. She never wanted, I guess, to work there. She worked at the mall. And so I was like, well, I need a year round. When I'm not summertime, what could I do? And so some of the people that worked at that same pool, the new YMCA was opening. So I was like, well, I can do that. And since I was homeschooling, I was like, I could work morning shift. They open at 5:30 in the morning. So I would wake up at 5 o'clock and I would work till 11 a.m. Isn't that nuts? And sometimes I would have to have the physical key to get in the YMCA. That's crazy to me. No one would be there, like me and one other person. And then maybe somebody would come in at 6 o'clock. Or maybe they opened at 6 o'clock. I can't remember. But I got there at like 5:30 and we'd turn on lights. Like, no.
You were opening.
Yeah, like crazy to me. I'm like, I was young. I was 16. How do you let a 16-year-old do that?
Well,
I just think that is something nuts. And it's a huge pool. And I have to be in charge of chemicals and all types of stuff. So, two or three other people. Like, there would be 2 people on each pool, and there were 2 pools. And then we would rotate. And I would do that, and I would get off. And then I would come home, and I would do schoolwork. And then I would nap until Morgan was out of school. Then me, Morgan, and Jordan, we were out kikiing around town. We're having us a good old time. But I did that for a couple years. And let me tell you how much I remember what I got paid. Because I had crazy bills. I had to pay for that little car, that convertible car I had. My insurance was 3 times the amount my car payment was. And our parents were like, I ain't paying for that. Like, you can pay for that. And
did you get a speeding ticket?
I had a couple tickets.
Yeah, because their thing was, we'll pay for your insurance, but when you get your first ticket, you paying for your ticket and you pay your insurance.
I never remember them paying for my insurance, though. I think my insurance was high because of my age, and it was a convertible. But see, I never really knew that. We were trying to find a car. Remember Rebecca? That's who I got it from. But I think we tried to find a car that we could pay cash for, like some of it. But I got a little bit of a loan, and Dad co-signed, so then I was making those payments. That's crazy because now you would just pay cash for it. That car wasn't that much. But I guess it just built up responsibility for me. But I paid it off really quick, but my insurance was stupid. But I did get some tickets, so that just didn't help. Yeah. I don't think I ever actually got a speeding ticket. I think I got a ticket for stupid crap. I was in a neighborhood and I ran a stop sign, and then I passed a school bus in a neighborhood.
I mean, it's still the same kind of tickets.
Oh, points and cost.
Ticket, yeah.
But I got pulled over a lot for speeding on Poplar Tent, because that little car, I mean, I could be going 60 and not even know it. And these cops would pull me over, and I didn't do this intentionally, but I would cry. And I think they thought, oh my gosh, this girl's like, you are crazy. Yeah, I just pulled you. I'm not arresting you. I'm not doing anything to you, honey. Where are you going? I'm like, I'm going home. They're like, you just go on home. Here's a warning. So I got those yellow slips, and they were warnings. Yeah, it was a lot. I was like, oh my gosh, if I get pulled over one more time. Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, I'm just going from here to here. I'm like, anyways, whatever. But so I did that, but I got paid. I think my check for a month at the YMCA was like $600. That is crap. All of that went to like 2 bills. And so then I had to do extra little jobs. So then that's when I watched kids and did things. And so I had a couple families. I had like 3 families that I rotated through regularly, where they were like, I want you to come to my house Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday, Thursday, or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they would be like, we're going to go on a trip. Can you stay for the week? And so their kids were older, and so I would stay for the week, and then we would do stuff. But then I had a couple random families that it was like, we're going on date night Friday. Can you come over? Saturday we're doing. So I would have like a couple random people do that, but nothing really major. But there were 3 families I worked with for a long time, and they paid me really well. So, but they just paid me $10 an hour. And I just felt like, and these moms would just go and run errands. They would just go do things with their friends. Like, they were just like, I need you at the house for 6 hours. And I'm like, okay, $60. That sounds good to me. Like, it was just, it added up. I mean, I wasn't making a ton. And then I started selling makeup. Oh, but before I started selling makeup, I went to, do you remember Gadzooks in that small mall? I went there. Why did I go there? Do you ever remember the reason why? I asked Alan. I said, why the heck did my parents let me go and get a job there? That was the most weird store. It was like golf. It was just crazy stuff there.
It probably because they were saying hiring.
Yeah, and they were just like, go get a job. I have no idea. But I went and I did get a job there. And there were two people that typically worked there at the same hours that I did. And they were like buddy. And I remember always folding T-shirts. I was like, oh, and Alan was like, is this why you despise folding laundry? And I was like, I don't despise doing laundry. I just rather not do laundry. But anyways, so I always remember folding T-shirts. And they said to me one time, they were like, we have a meeting on Sunday, a mandatory meeting that everyone has to be at. And I was like, I'm not coming. I was like, I have church Sunday morning. And they were like, well, we have a mandatory meeting on Sunday. So if you don't come, though, you will lose your job. Like, you will have to be fired. And I was like, well, I'm not coming. Like, I have church. Like, we had to go to church. Like, that wasn't an option not to go to church for work. But also, I'm like, y'all ain't telling me when I'm coming. Like, I don't understand this. I'm telling you, I will not be there. I just didn't like, I guess, you have to be here at certain times. Well, I can't. So change it or something. You know, I just didn't love that.
You're like, I'm done.
Yeah, I'm done. I was done. I was like, nope, never come back.
You know what? I thought about something else.
Yeah, tell me.
I worked at that little jewelry store kiosk in Carolina Mall too.
You did?
Like right in front of it used to be in front of American Eagle.
Oh wow.
That little.
Wait, Concord Mills?
Carolina Mall.
Carolina Mall had kiosks? Why can I not say that word? Kiosk.
Yep.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Because I think it was also in front of that store that you worked at. That's what made me think about it.
Yeah.
It was right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I wasn't there long.
So weird. I just am like, these jobs are so bizarre. I just am not good at retail. I'm not good at many jobs. I just despise doing things that people tell me to do. But one thing about that job that they told me to do, and I remember this happening to you maybe one time, you had to come in. It was snowing. And you know, when it snows here, no one's on the road. They don't, nobody's leaving. But we had to physically call in. So I don't know if it was somebody at the mall or a service. I have no idea. Or they would call you and say, don't come in. Well, I called and it said, yes, still come in. All employees, still come in. This is the time or whatever. So I remember telling Dad, I'm like, I have to go. You have to drive me. I can't drive in this. So he had that truck then and he drove me in. I walk in and they're like, we don't need you today. Nobody's working today. I was like, I got ready and it's snowing outside. And now y'all are telling me I don't need to be here. I was like, oh, heck no. And then I think after that, it was like a Sunday meeting. I was like, no, I ain't coming back. I was like, y'all ain't paying me enough for this garbage. So I did that. And I definitely got paid minimum wage. And I think I got paid every 2 weeks. So you don't even get paid that much or that often.
Yeah.
I'm like, how do you afford that? People that do that today, I'm like, I don't know how y'all do it because food alone, just to even buy groceries, you have to have money every week for anyways, every 2 weeks is crazy unless you're getting paid enough. And then I did like the YMCA because I liked the people that I worked with. That was really fun, even though I didn't get paid a lot. The manager there hated me. She did not like me at all. She was not very nice. So that was really challenging. And she just really gave me a hard time. So that really sucked. I hated the testing that we had to do for that too. So jobs that I had to have and you physically felt like you had to go to school to get the job, that I hated. But I'm like, how else do you get jobs? I don't know. Do you have to do that now?
I don't know. Probably because it's a lifeguard. It's life or death.
Yeah, but I even feel like any other jobs, it's like they want to test you. I mean, maybe it was because it was a lifeguard job.
You were there to save people.
No, the restaurant too. You have to memorize the whole menu to get a job here? No, I'm going to go to the table. Y'all going to tell me what you want. I'm going to write it down, and I'm going to take it to these cooks right here, and you can get your food. I just don't understand memorizing the whole menu. I don't get it. I just think that's ridiculous. It's raining? Okay. All right. Okay, sounds great. Yeah, I don't remember that. So those were all the jobs I had. Oh, and I did makeup for weddings and things. I sold cosmetics and I did that the longest. And then now I just make content and get paid nothing for it. So that's really good. That's my job now. I do get paid a tiny bit. It ain't much, y'all. God bless Alan. He's like, you know what, Amber? You just do what you want. You just live your best life.
Aren't you grateful for Alan?
I am grateful. But I will say, when we started having kids, he did say, because we wanted them in private school, he was like, if we want them at this school, you've got to pay for their school. So I remember for the first several years, like, if I didn't work, they could not stay there. Like, we were in he had things that he covered. I had things that I covered, all that. And so I got paid pretty well, like, with what I was doing. But, and so they were fortunate enough to be at that school and stay there. And then his business just every year, it grows and grows and grows. And then we got to a point where I was just like, I'm overdoing what I was doing with work. You know, I just felt like I was being so controlled. I think it's a control thing. People are like, this is what you can and cannot do. And I'm like, I'm out.
I think that's what it is. You want to be in control.
Yeah. And so we decided together, we were like, okay, we can do this and you can do that and whatever. And I just think through the years, we've just been in a position to like do things that, anyways, I say all that because sometimes I think, do I work? Do I do things? But I do work, but I don't see like a That's what Alan said.
She does what she wants to do. Do y'all hear that?
I love right now. I have a partnership that I make content for and I get compensated for that. And that feels really great. And then the other content that I make, you don't understand content creators. If you don't have a large audience and high views, you're not making anything on that content. So you got to make the content to stay relevant. So then I was like, a couple years ago, I was like, I want to make my own body products for myself. But then it turned into making them for other people. And then, have a Shopify and do all this stuff. And I was like, okay, that would be really cool. So it's really where my time goes. But it's so challenging because the market online is so saturated that I'm like, I could make really great content, but no one sees it unless I want to put thousands of dollars into ads. And then if I want to have a huge stock, because if you run an ad, you better have supplies.
Right.
Or that's going to eat you up. Like, so it's really it's a really hard thing online.
A cycle.
Yeah, it is. So I'm just in a position where I just try to stay relevant on social media so I don't get lost in the sauce because I do want my product to do well. And I just love making content for other companies that I really do like their product. So that's kind of where that comes from. So I don't like necessarily work for anybody else these days, which is cool. And don't you like it that way too?
Yeah.
For yourself?
Yeah.
Because you do really well. And I'm excited to see like what the bakery does and moving forward because people go crazy for Angel stuff. So I just think it takes a while to find like your groove. But yeah, I think I'm happier now where I'm at. I could never say never, but it would just be really hard if I ever had to go do anything for somebody and be like, I need you here at 9:00 until 3. I would be like, I am not okay. Like, yeah. And Alan and I have said, I need to be present with the kid. My full-time job, and he makes me feel really good about this. He's like, your job is the kids. And and any mother knows this, and Angel knows this too. Managing that and making sure your family's fed, the kids have what they need. They're like, you're just like, that is a full-time job. It's a lot of work. And so I only have like 8 more years and then Cruz is done. Same for Jay. And then we're like empty nesters. That's like insane of like school and that type of life. They could be at home until they're 30, I guess, if they wanted to be. Bless.
Yeah.
What if they are?
I don't think they will be.
Okay.
Yeah.
They're going to go live in the woods.
Yep.
Oh, this was really fun. Well, you guys, I want y'all to poll in what you do for tips. I think that would be really interesting. And I'm going to ask that on Instagram.
Tips.
Yeah, tips, right? For like restaurants and hotels.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I really want to know what people, and we can come back and have a conversation about that. Thank you guys so much for being here. Subscribe. And we are actually going to record another episode to follow. So we'll see you next